my fellow gamers. What is up? How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another stream. It's almost like it's been forever. How are we doing? How are we doing? Yeah, sorry I'm a bit late. I was too busy playing my PlayStation exclusives on my Switch. So, you know, now that they've gone third party, I was just too busy playing them on my Switch. So, yeah. Had a lot of fun. Hey, Timmy. How's it going? Oh. Let's get rid of that. That is good. All right. So we finally got our new router today from our ISP, and they sent me a broken one again. 2 in a row. Who would have thought? What do you mean, me? My little one in the background going, I knew they were going to send a broken one. Can anyone hear my fan blowing? If you can, I'll readjust it. Yeah, never go with Now TV. I know, right, Chille? Basically, the seal. I got the box and the seal was broken. It'd been tampered with. It had already been tampered with, so they agreed that since the seal was broken, they'll send me another one. Oh, I'm good, Timmy. I've had a lot of work this week. Lots of work, which is really weird, but I've had a lot of work from my 9-to-5 job, which is a lot more than usual. We have I think it's like almost 2,000 banners I need to QA, among other things, along with a potential website rebuild. It's been really busy trying to keep on top of that and, you know, be online with videos and streams. Really, really tight. But hey, the weekend's almost here, right? So it's all good. How's everyone been? Hey, Robert, how's it going? First time here, Robert? Can't stay long. My son wants to play Sea of Thieves and wants me to join him. Nice. Him on Xbox, me on tablet via cloud. Yeah, every screen is an Xbox. But you see, that's it. It gives you that flexibility, right? You don't have to go and buy a second console if you don't need to. It gives you that flexibility and it allows more people to game, which is, you know, always good. Mark, you've been upset? Oh no. What's up? But enjoy your gaming session with your son. They are always precious. I've been playing Starfield and it's better now. I mean, Starfield has improved quite a lot since the May update. So, I mean, it's been pretty awesome for a while. But the May update was huge. It made like really, really big changes. Matt, they're gonna allow you to make your own cutscenes and storylines? Damn. We have 2 Xboxes. At the moment, we'll probably get the all digital when that comes out. My son doesn't buy games from shops at all. He buys them digital only. And he's got the Series S, so what I'm going to do is give the Series S to my 9-year-old and give him the Series X digital. Rabbi, I am good. A bit worn, but good. Today was especially busy. I'll go with whoever gives me about 50 MB. When is the car thing coming to Starfield? End of year, probably. That's with the DLC update. Rabbi, how are you? How's it going? Kalis! You must be going through withdrawals. It's been a day since you have gotten new stuff. Hey, dude. The wife tried to surprise me by getting me a Starfield t-shirt, and she doesn't really know anything about this. So she actually bought a t-shirt with, like, as a literal Starfield. And I was like, this isn't Starfield! 5 minutes later, I can hear her on the phone to the shop, to the website. Yeah, you need to cancel that order. I made a mistake. Look, I don't have an obsession. I don't have an addiction to Starfield merch. But they look so good! Did you see a Nintendo fanboy called Harmon Smith who did a video saying that Doom was irrelevant and the Xbox showcase was trash? You know what, Timmy? I've seen that. I mean, I've seen a few videos of Harmon. I actually genuinely believe that Harmon does it. You know, he's just releasing those videos on purpose to try and get people to react to him. They're no longer funny, and you can see that they're forced. He makes the occasional one where you can see he's genuine, but now it just feels like they're forced. And I mean, that one that you're referring to, he was so forcing himself to say those things. Rabbi, I've said hello 3 times. I'll say it again. Hello, Rabbi. That's 4. If Starfield is such a flop, why is every PlayStation gamer asking for it? I mean, that doesn't work, does it? Hey, Zrogdal. He is Dark. He's just another DCG. Rabbi, I'm doing well. A bit tired, but overall, I'm doing well. Just enjoying the salt as it comes along and goes. A lot of people are upset with YouTube right now, I see. After the change that they've implemented, or are implementing. Yeah, Ventura, there's a few in there that's genuine, right? You know when he's being genuine and when he's being fake. But 95% of his videos are fake. No, he's fake too, though. Take it easy, Sandra. Hey, Talos. What change? So, you know how the YouTube ads work? At the moment, they are kind of done. So you've got your main stream and the ads are on a different stream. And that's how ad blockers work. They can access the other stream and block it. Well, what YouTube is doing now is adding it onto the same stream as your live stream. They're adding the ads onto your live stream. So it's no longer on a different channel, you could say. And so if AdBlock now blocks the ad, it blocks your whole stream. Or blocks the whole video. So ad blocks are about to stop working. Yeah, pretty much. So all ad blocks and stuff that evaded it before, they're about to stop working. Contraband. Contraband will probably be next year now, right? They didn't show it now, although it can. Apparently, from what I've heard, let me see if I can find it. I think it was. Again, I think it was Paris that said it. I read it somewhere. But let me just double check. Let me just double check. But apparently, Xbox is about to have another massive showing at Gamescom. So there's that. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, it's here. This is where it was. So Vicious says, told you that showcase was going to be good, and the wild thing is I had multiple people at Xbox tell me there was so much more they could have shown, and Gamescom is shaping up to be a big show too. So expect a big turnout at Gamescom as well for Xbox. I mean, a lot of their games are lining up now. They're nearing the completion point. The ponies are begging for Starfield. That's got nothing to do with Harmon. They are begging for Starfield. So, it's not even a case of trying to hide that. It's just the thing. Also, you never did get back to me about why Game Pass on console is always going to be better. Contraband will probably be next year. Next year or 2026. I can't see it going past 26, but I think it could be a 2025 game. Oh, did you guys know that Kingdom Hearts works well on the Steam Deck? That's interesting. I think Contraband is a co-op game, right? It's a co-op multiplayer game. I don't know how much of an action shooter it's going to be, but that's about all I know. The new one? No idea. But they just released Kingdom Hearts on Steam after so long. So that's kind of cool. now the Steamies can go and get it. Can you guys spot the imposter? Chat, can you spot the imposter? I mean, Concord is dead on arrival. Everyone knows that. Right. Here's one. It's pretty sad. Really fucking sad. But there's one. There's one just for you. Just for you. That imposter, man, is right there. But do you want to know what's really funny? They are still asking for it. And anyway, you haven't answered my question yet, Bag. And dude, you need to know what a petition and article is. They are different. Exclusive worry. Rabbi at the moment is exclusive. That's all we know. For the time being, there's no reason for it to go anywhere, and as long as it does well, it brings in enough subscriptions, it will stay. Hey, Dark Child. Wait. You mean like this? You mean like how the ponies are gagging for those those Xbox games? This is funny. For years, they shat on Sea of Thieves and said it was trash. And it's doing better than Helldivers 2! Way to tell your own studios you suck! Hey, Darkchild. They just basically turned around and told their own studios that they suck. They can't even make a game that's going to be better than a 7-year-old game. I mean, to be fair, PlayStation players didn't even buy Helldivers. It was all on PC. PC carried them. It was even funnier when the servers actually prioritized PC gamers, because that's the true, fan base that Sony wants to cater for. Don't you remember all those PlayStation fans crying that they couldn't log in? Hey, Devin Brooking, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate you. Did I disable that again when I was recording? No. Mind the right channel. Yeah. Weird. It didn't come up with a fanfare. Why not? Yeah, it is there. I'll have to check that out. That is strange. But thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Maybe don't post unrelated prawn on. What do you mean? I don't post any prawn on Discord. I don't do anything like that, right, chat? You've been to my Discord. There's no waifu pictures there. Arthur, he did. Talking about how the Xbox Showcase sucked and whatnot. It is what it is. Guy's a tool. Hey, Darkchild, thank you for that 6 months membership. To my European brother from another mother. Oh, the Helldivers Discord. Oh yeah, I heard about that. They were posting furries, right? That's crazy. They were posting furries. Do you think Xbox is looking to make a Lego game with their IPs too? Potentially. Although I do think if they do it, they're going to put it everywhere because it makes sense to, especially with a Lego game. Leafstorm, I'm almost disappointed you ask such a thing, even if it is for a joke. I'm so close to hitting 7k subs, man. It is so close. Like, it's really, really close. How far away am I actually from 7k? Let me have a look. Let me actually have a look. I think I'm like 100 away or less. 96 away. $96 away. But hey, unlike Bag, Puerto Rock knows the score. William R. Giller goes, PlayStation isn't going third party. PlayStation already is third party, just not a good one. Then Nicola says, not enough of one. Puerto Rock, people haven't learned that everything begins at 1. Do you remember when PlayStation released Horizon Zero Dawn and they said, this is the only one we're releasing, it's an experiment, and that's it, we're not doing anymore? Do you remember that? Do you remember that? That went well, didn't it? That went really well for them, didn't it? Mate, my chair is really bad. I need to get a new one. Chaos has a private channel for his waifus. Oh, if only you knew. And that is all I'll say. That is all I'll say. Just a little bit. I've been really busy this week. Normally I have like maybe 2-3 hours downtime at work where I can experiment with stuff working from home. This week I've been doing like 10-hour shifts at work, and then pretty much jumping on and streaming, making videos. I've literally had no time this week to do much, but I did play a little bit the other day when I was capturing footage and stuff for that NZXT stuff, which is pretty awesome that they reached out. I'm really happy with the collaboration we did, and you know, they were really happy with the work I did. Gears of War Lego? I mean, Lego will be cool with anything, right? The waifu lunch. See, everyone wants the waifu. Powerboss does have a test preview. I think it's only available to the alpha insiders though. I didn't get any notification for my Delta insider, so I'm a Delta preview. But even Puerto Rock is telling you that they have gone third party. But do you know what made me laugh the most? This made me laugh. This was some funny shit. On some real shit, I think. Tim Dog and the Crap Gamer cursed PlayStation as soon as they went over there. PlayStation hasn't been the same. Crap left over PC games, and then PlayStation started porting to PC, and Tim left over third party, and now PlayStation third party. No one can see my likes. It's okay now. They said Horizon Zero Dawn for the PC was only because of the Decima engine, and then the whole slate came. I don't think major games are going to go. Still in denial. I mean, it's not just going to stop at the Switch. Eventually, games are going to go everywhere. But I think these smaller scale PlayStation games will cause aunts them remake. That doesn't even read English. So expect Astro Bot to go over to the Switch, and a bunch of other games. But hey, chat. Apparently, I don't even know if I can show that picture. I don't even know if that's real. Yeah, I'm not going to show that picture. But apparently, Aloy's voice actor isn't getting any royalties for the Lego game. I don't know whether it's true or not, but she's apparently pissed and has threatened that if she doesn't get any royalties, she's done with the franchise. Not sure how true it is, but apparently that's the case. They are remastering Gravity Rush 1 and 2. So they will probably appear on Switch as well, because, you know, third party. I know, right, sir? That it is so true. I told you guys, as soon as Tim flopped to the other side, it was the beginning of the end for PlayStation, man. It was the beginning of the end. A Lego Doom game or Perfect Dark? Anyone saying Gears of War or Halo is wrong? A Doom Lego game? That could actually be mildly interesting. Chille, there's a lot of voice acting in there. I don't know, maybe they used AI and have replicated her voice. I don't know. Tim and Fratanga are going at it on Twitter. I know. I mean, Tim has lost the plot, right? Oh, thank you, gaming. But Tim, like, honestly, I didn't mind him. But in my opinion, what he did to Colt, and what he did to this other dude called Chris, and he's now started doing it to everyone. I think that, to me, crossed the line. And, I don't get why the ponies are cheering him on. It actually says more about them, even more about them, than it, and, just how much of a prick they actually are, than it does even more of Tim. I mean, what Tim did was way below the belt. Way below the belt. He should not have gone there. And, he tried to delete the evidence. He tried to delete the tweet. But once it's out there, someone's going to screen cap it. And it was out there for a while. And he should not have done that. And so now you've got Peter Ovo trying to defend him and calling all of the Xbox community arseholes and wankers and, pieces of shit. But if you're protecting someone like that and defending someone like that, you are the true piece of shit. The Don, it always starts with one game. Always. PC was one game because it was, they said it was on the Decimate engine. It started with one game. Then everything went. It never stops with one game. Everyone should know this. Once you open that floodgate and that money comes in, money feels and tastes good. Once you get a taste of that sweet, sweet money, that's it. The shareholders, they don't give two shits about exclusivity. All they see is money. And once you open that floodgate, once you open that door, you can't close it. It's just the way it is. Yeah, Harmon has some really bad takes, right? If you look at his social media, the guy is racist, he's sexist, he's a really nasty guy. If you look at his Twitter account and just look at his posts, they are absolutely disgusting. Like, I'm genuinely surprised people even talk about him and haven't cancelled him yet, with the amount of stuff that he actually says. Do I see Nintendo going third party? No. They just don't need to. Look, do you know why Sony and Microsoft are releasing games everywhere else? Why are they doing this? Why have they started releasing games on PC? Why have they started releasing games on rival platforms? Serious question. Why have they started doing this? Do you know why? I mean, I'll tell you the answer. But I'd really love to know if any of you know why. Because there is actually a logical reason for this. It's not to make more money. Well, technically, yes, but not directly. Making more money is a byproduct of the actual reason. It's not money. Money is a byproduct. Nintendo will eventually release their older games on PC. That is going to happen, but not their new ones. I mean, they're not going to release... Like, I can't see Nintendo releasing current gen games on PC. Like, when they get the Switch 2, or maybe the Switch 3, then I can see them maybe moving over to PC. Or maybe, like, they're going to start porting over, like, SNES collections, or GameCube collections, or, Wii U collections. But I can't see them doing the current gen or maybe the previous gen. It's too early for them because the Nintendo Switch just sells. All they need to do is just say, hey, look at this Nintendo Switch. It's really cool, right? Where is mine? Where is my Switch? Right here. Look, all they need to do is go, look at my Nintendo Switch. It has a nice M over here, and that's it. It's sold out within seconds. All it needs is a little M logo that no one can see, but it's there and everyone knows it's there. and that's it. The Switch is sold out again. Nintendo's fans are just... they're a different breed. Okay, the answer is quite simple. If we go back to the PS2 days and the Xbox 360 days, right? And I'm going to use Gears of War as an example. How many Gears of War released in one 360 generation? Or maybe how many Metal Gear Solid games were released in one PS2 generation? Do you guys see where I'm getting at with this? Right. Gaming. They had 3 games. So not only were games cheaper to make, but they could churn these games out every 2 years. And people were having fun. They'd finish one, move on to the next. Maybe even 1.5 years. Right? Now it's taking them 5 to 10 years, sometimes 15 years, to make one game. So where they made the game in 2 years, they raked in the money. Then they made another game in that 2 years, raked in the money. Now they need that 10-year development life cycle is crippling in terms of cost. It's crippling. So they need to now sell like 10, 15, 20, 30, maybe even 50 times more than what they did previously in order to just break even, right? That's the problem. The development life cycle is the reason why these games, both from Sony and Microsoft, are going out. Because they're not churning them out fast enough. Judgment. So that's 4 games in one life cycle. In the Xbox One era, we just got Gears 4 and 5, I think, towards the end. Was Gears of War 4 Xbox One or Xbox 360? I thought it was Xbox One. Or was Gears 5 Xbox One? Let's have a look. Gears 4. Xbox One was Gears 4. And then Gears 5 was Xbox One as well. But yeah, so games are just taking too long. You know, Gears 6 is still in the works. Gears 5 is supposed to land around 25. Sorry, Gears E-Day. So Gears 6 is likely going to be somewhere 26, 27. They're just taking too long to make. So because of that, keeping them tied to one platform, and if it doesn't sell enough copies, people lose their jobs. So it ain't really a great situation to be in. E-Day is coming definitely this generation for the Xbox. What will come first? Mate, if Unreal 6 comes, Gear 6 is getting delayed. Gear 6 is going to get delayed. But look, do you remember this guy? Do you remember him? Do ya? Where is the clip that I had? I may have lost it, actually. I may have lost it. I don't have it. But do you remember he turned around and said that exclusivity is the best thing ever, and you need exclusives, and publishers were thinking about not making games for Xbox, and they weren't. What he heard was that Microsoft is actually moving away from Game Pass. How different is that contrast now that he's talking about PlayStation? Now it makes sense, right? Now it makes business sense. But when Microsoft was doing it, it was catastrophic. It was the end of the world. It was doom and gloom. It was the end of everything. But now that PlayStation's doing it, why the gradual death of the console exclusive makes business sense. Chris String said that from what he heard internally from Microsoft were moving away from Game Pass. Gear 6 is in the works, 100%. That's still in development. They're kind of developing both at the same time. Phil confirmed that. I think during the interview, he said that the new team at Coalition are tackling it from both ends. They're tackling it as a prequel and then tackling it to continue the story. Man, Reach was amazing. But yeah, now it's about why the gradual death of the console exclusive makes business sense. But it never made business sense before, did it? They didn't make business sense before. It's only now that they make business sense. Hey folks, don't forget to hit that sub button, yeah? I am 96 away from going to 7,000, but we'll be doing a nice giveaway. Why would they move away from Game Pass? Logically, wouldn't it make sense to just raise the price and then not move away? Shaded, it's all because Xbox bad, Xbox tax, Xbox, and dead. Anything that they can say that is negative about Xbox, they will say it to try and get clicks. Because regardless of how you see it, talking bad about Xbox will get you so much more clicks. I mean, just look at the PC Gamer. As soon as Starfield released an update, the first thing they did was jumped on the bandwagon and immediately started shitting on the update. They poked around, found the worst, they found that $7, the 700 points credits mission, and immediately went to town on it. They didn't talk about anything else that was actually good or bad or anything. They just immediately went for that because it gets clicks. Now, I do think 700 credits is a bit much. Personally, for a single mission. That's like $5 a mission, and if there's like 4 missions, that's $20. It's a bit pricey. It won't be on PlayStation. Sony won't allow it. Sony will never allow it. It would destroy their sales. Why would they allow it? I mean, if I was Sony, I wouldn't do it. I guess they have to find something else to cry about and move the goalposts because Microsoft is moving close to Game Pass and consoles and never letting them go. That's what happens when you have money. But at the end of the day, Microsoft will never... I don't see them stopping making consoles. Not for the next 2 generations at the very least. And then they're going to see how the cloud infrastructure is doing. Is it possible to gain a mainstream audience by going full cloud and diving into the deep end? I don't know if that 10 years is enough. So I think they're going to need at least another maybe third generation down the line to make that leap before they do, because eventually that's where this is all going. That, you know, in the end, they're all going to be on the cloud, right? Once the infrastructure's there, and eventually it will be there. That is where everyone is going. Sony, Microsoft, everyone. But right now, if you are an Xbox gamer and you like Game Pass, and you enjoy the benefits of Game Pass, relying on just your TV or your browser or your PC is not enough. And the reason I say that is because, yes, the cloud, your browser, the PC will get those first-party games. But what they won't get are those third-party deals that they get on the Game Pass subscription. Like Persona 3 Reload, it wasn't available on PC. It's an Xbox-only edition. And sometimes you'll see PC-only editions. But Xbox, you know, the console side of it has like 400 or 500 games on Game Pass. Whereas PC get like 100 games, maybe 150. It's a big difference. And so there will, like, if you want the best bang for your buck from Game Pass, the console is always going to be the best place to go to it. Now, why Microsoft can't actually come out and say this and advertise it like that, I don't know. Because they'd get a lot more heads turning. But it's weird. It's weird. They're releasing 3 new consoles. But the only thing I will say about those 3 new consoles, I mean, I'm going to surprise my oldest son. Wait. Yuki. Don't tell your brother, yeah? Yeah? What I'm about to say, don't tell him. Okay. The oldest one. The Muppet upstairs. I'm going to surprise him when the Series X digital comes out. I know he's got a PC, but he does enjoy Game Pass and he does enjoy those indie games that don't appear on PC. And some of the exclusive games that come to Xbox third party, he likes those. So he doesn't want any physical games at all. He has no interest. None. He doesn't want a single physical case in his room. All he wants is digital. So, and this was from ages ago. Like, he wanted the Series. I offered him at the time the Series X, and he wanted the Series S because it was all digital. I don't get me started. He could have just played digital, but he just wants a digital console, so he doesn't do anything else. And now that the Series X digital is out, I'm going to surprise him with that and give the Series S to my kid. See, this one's happy with the Series S. Plus, you can't play certain games through cloud like Diablo 4. Slightly handsome Jack, for now. Once that deal is done, you'll be able to. The big question is, how do you go on with Xbox 2025 show? Can this show even be topped? It can. It can. It absolutely can, right? If they show you something from Elder Scrolls 6, the next Doom, Halo, Gear 6, right? Forza Horizon 6. I think I've already, let's say they get, and then there's going to be the COD. Let's say they get exclusive marketing rights for something like, I don't know, Final Fantasy 17. 2025 is the year of GTA 6, though I think that's going to go to 26 personally. But, you know, there's a lot. There's a lot. Edward, nah, that's to Harmon. I don't think Xbox will ever go full cloud. Probably do same as the Nintendo and Switch and mobile devices are future. They are. I don't know. I think we're gonna get to a point when, I mean, we're going to get to a point where these companies are going to want sustained income and not having to deal with a console and make it a service online only will mean that they just make more money. And when they do go down that route, who's gonna, what Microsoft are still gonna buy publishers, right? They're not stopping at ZeniMax and ABK. They're still gonna buy some. Phil made that perfectly clear anyway, that they're not done. They are still in the market for more. Let's just hypothetically assume that they went and bought Capcom and Sega, but didn't make it. For now, they're not going to make the games exclusive. They're just going to make them day one on Game Pass. But once it goes to cloud and everything, Sony has their cloud platform, Ubisoft has their cloud platform, and then you got Microsoft that has Microsoft Game Studios, Xbox Game Studios, Microsoft Game Studios. They've got ZeniMax, they've got ABK, they've got Sega, they've got Capcom, all under one roof. Who are you going to subscribe to play your games? Who are you going to subscribe to play your game? Hey, PSI Blows, how's it going? Don't forget there's Blade as well. I mean, if Microsoft get the GTA 6 marketing rights, you are going to see a metric ton of Xboxes fly off the shelves. And when Call of Duty lands, and if Microsoft is smart, and they advertise and brand and bundle Call of Duty with their Xbox, they are going to sell a metric ton of Xboxes. There are a few games out there that has the pull of GTA 6 and Call of Duty. There's no... Hogwarts Legacy was definitely one of them for its time. Probably not so much now, but definitely for its time. Hey, Steve, how's it going? Ventura, exactly. That's the point, right? That's the point right there. That's the point right there. Netflix. It's pretty much the Infinity Gauntlet, right? You're going to go and subscribe to that because it's got so much variety there for you for the same price as what? A studio that's going to provide you with one set of games? You're just not going to go there. You're going to go to the one that gives you the best bang for your buck. They will dominate that market very, very quickly. And this is why Microsoft wants to buy more. They're thinking ahead. They are gambling quite heavily on cloud. They've hit a road bump with the cloud because of the way the CMA intervened and screwed them over quite heavily, actually. So they've kind of took the accelerator off a little bit because, some of the biggest games they can't put on there. They're legally not allowed to do it. Why they haven't gone to Ubisoft and made a deal with Ubisoft is weird because they can do that legally. But once this 15-year deal is up, then you're going to see real changes. But that's in 15 years, right? So there's still time for that. But that's why I say for the next 2-3 generations, there will be consoles quite easily. And Microsoft is going to be pushing ahead with consoles because the console is the foundation. But like what Sirius is saying here, they are prepping you. PS5 is going multiplat bit by bit. And this whole why the gradual death of the console exclusive makes business sense, when before the narrative was it makes no sense at all. that's a stark contrast in change, but they are changing, and that narrative is now changing, where it, games going to other platforms is being seen as okay. It's weird, right? When anyone else does it, it's bad. But when Sony does it, oh, it's an exception. Oh, it's an experiment. Oh, it's not bad. It makes sense. They couldn't keep Doom because they promised no legacy titles would be restrained. Last I remember, Blade isn't a legacy title. So, yes. Yes, they can. And unlike broke Sony, Microsoft has enough money to pay off Marvel and then some. Bags, you still haven't answered my question. You keep ignoring me. I asked you a question 2 streams ago. And then you was in my last stream, and I asked you again and you disappeared. Now you're not asking me. Now you're not answering me. That isn't my question. I mean, the fact that he can't answer my question clearly tells you that he's a troll. He knows that my question will expose him. Oh shit! This is interesting. This just popped up on my thing. Xbox Publishing is signing interesting deals for new AA games. Certain Affinity, IO Interactive, Avalanche Studios, Panache Digital Games, 100 Star, and People Can Fly. Rumor: Xbox has signed new agreement with Panache Digital Games for new project, original creator of the Assassin's Creed franchise, Patrice Desilets. Panache is planning a 2026 or 27 release window for the title, but things can change over time, so it looks like it's for the next generation console. So it really looks like they're going in. They're going balls deep. Game Pass on your TV has maybe 80 titles, maybe 100. Game Pass PC has maybe 100. Game Pass console has 600 titles. Console is the best place to have Game Pass on. It's the best bang for your buck. That is why having Game Pass on your console will always be better. Because it has the most games. That is why. That is the answer to the question that you couldn't. I'm not talking about first party. I'm talking about third party deals. I mean, Persona 3 was old when it released. Persona 3 Reload was old. You can't be that stupid. You can't be that stupid, dude. Come on. And that wasn't available on PC. I know, right, Black Rider? But hey, At least we have it from Sony's own. They wanted the game to be on the Switch, so it was, you know, that narrative that people were saying that it was all, what was it? It was all Lego making the decision. Lego forced Sony. It was, you know, Lego made them put it on the Switch. No, it was fully a PlayStation decision. And do you want to know what's the worst part of all this? Right? Hiroki Totoki, during his earnings call, turned around and said, not Xbox or Switch. And he lied to everyone in that room and the PlayStation community. Herman Holst said, nah, not their single player games, not their non-gas games. He lied. Their two chiefs lied to them, and they've only been in the office for 30 minutes. That's going to be interesting. Right? They've only been in the office for 30 minutes, and they are already lying to their community. It might have not been Persona or something else then. But there's so many games on Game Pass that are not on PC. Not necessarily, no. Some old, some new, some day one. Of course new. Dude, you don't have a voice in this because you're not an Xbox gamer. You're an Xbox wannabe. You're like that dude that's stuck outside and is going, let me in, I want games too! And then they throw you a few scraps and you're like, oh, thank you, Overlord. Let's have a look. And it is never irrelevant. It is never, ever irrelevant. Never. Never irrelevant. Never irrelevant. But this is the problem, right? People thinking that it's a one-game thing. People claiming it's an experimental game, because that's what the analysts are now coming out in full force saying, that it's an experimental one-time only deal. Where were they when Microsoft said it? Where were they? Where are they now? Where are those same people? Because clearly it's never one game. It's never, ever one game. You know what, Bag? There's no point. Yeah, take a 5-minute timeout. You're just trolling at this point. Maybe 5 minutes will teach you a bit of common sense. Ventura, it looks like they're actually remaking that after what's happened with the whole situation. But yeah, it's never just one. And now, you know, people are pissed and they're upset and they're going to have to come to terms with it that Sony is going third party. Yeah, I just don't have time for it. He can go, you know, why doesn't he go? He could just go over to his PlayStation podcasts. I'm sure they'll take him nicely there. I am sure they'll take him well nicely there. But I've got no time for it. I mean, they can talk about how, you know, look, why so serious? How can you say Ponies podcasts are boring when they've got one of the best games out there right now? Like, come on. They do have one of the best games on the market out there right now. They have Foam Stars. I mean, that on its own is worthy of speech, right? That on its own should provide ample of a discussion, right? Mate, can you imagine them making a Wolverine pie? That's gonna be interesting. Mate, I can't believe Persona actually went and bought that. I can't believe that. That's impressive. That is some impressive that's impressive. That's impressive. But it's never just one. To be honest, everyone that I've seen has praised it. Even the ones that really wanted to shit on it still gave it like a 7 and an 8. What is Helldivers doing right now on Steam? Helldivers 2 Steam charts. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ew. Oof. Look at that, 50. Fuck. 20. 17. 16. Did they just release a new update? It feels like they've just released a new update because there's a sudden surge for a few days. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Otherwise, it would just be doing shit. I mean, the game doesn't look. If you're playing that game solo, I really don't see how you enjoy it. If you're playing it in multiplayer, there's limited fun to be had. But in my opinion, there just isn't enough content in that game to keep you going. The craze pulled people in more than anything else. Dark, you really underestimate how many people care about that stuff. I mean, overestimate, sorry. The vocal minority will always say stuff. But even, I mean, they sold 12 million copies of the game, or was it 11 million? 300,000 people on Discord is not going to do anything. I mean, Discord can't even hold 300,000 people. I know that the furry situation has caused a problem and has been received really negatively. Not sure why, but it has. But at the end of the day, it's the vocal minority complaining. Look at all that, boycott Stellar Blade, free Stellar Blade. Everyone still bought it. No one didn't not buy it. Sales for that game still did really, really well. Look at the Hogwarts Legacy. Everyone boycott. The LGBTQ community went into hyperdrive, going around and actually, trying to crash people's streams and, trying to jump into people's streams and just ruin the experience that they were having. And do you know what Warner Brothers came out and said? Thanks to the ongoing boycott that was going on, it saved them over $200 million in advertising. Because the word of mouth alone made that game they made twice the sales that they actually thought they'd make. They saved over $200 million in marketing because of the boycott. Hogwarts was on Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. Contrary to knowledge, though, a lot of people didn't realize it was on Xbox due to the marketing rights and the way Sony worded it. There were people that bought Hogwarts Legacy who had no intention of playing it just to piss off the crying community. So, yes, there's going to be unhappy people, but they are the vocal minority. They will never dictate what happens. The situation with the PSN thing, to me, I get it, but I don't get it at the same time. But at the end of the day, Sony fucked up. They fucked up royally, and for future games, they made sure they don't fuck up anymore. So, there is that. Well, maybe we'll see if we can do like a digital giveaway of Hogwarts Legacy once I hit 7,000 subs. I was looking at a Mass Effect Legend Edition to do a giveaway. See, Ventura, you're not seeing the big picture. The big picture is, right now, MAUs are the biggest thing. It's really important right now. All the it's like the buzzword, right, for investors. How many people are playing our games? How many people do we have? Now, Microsoft has people from all over, right? Because their games are now everywhere. They have been for some time. And their MAUs are at what? 200 million? 300 million? It's ridiculous. But what does this actually mean? What does this translate into? And this translates into microtransactions. If you have 300 million people playing your games, and you have a lot of multiplayer games, a lot of online service games, like Halo, like Sea of Thieves, that have microtransactions in there, and those have big communities, and you expand those communities, well, the benefit there is that 400 million has a higher chance of buying microtransactions than, say, 100 million or 50 million. And so Sony now wants to build that MAU and make it 100 million, make it 150, make it 200, because that's what the investors want to see. And now that they're pushing these live service games, they need those people on the PSN so they can monetize them, so they can actually get them recorded as players on the game. And now they want it. Now they want the whole, they want the cake and to eat it. They want offline and online. So that they want you on PC to count now as a PlayStation player, so they can show their investors, look at all these players that we have. Because they don't care about the PS4 community. They're not upgrading, so they don't care about them. They don't exist. They're just worthless to them. All they care about right now is the PS5 and PC. And before anyone says, what do you mean that they don't count? Can someone please explain to me how an Etch-a-Sketch can run the New Horizon Lego game and the PS4 can't? I mean, that must be the biggest kick in the balls for PlayStation fans, that an Etch-a-Sketch can actually run it and the PS4 Pro can't. That must... A couple of bucks for my fellow export. Hey, Dark Child, thank you very much. I appreciate you. What will your build be for Avowed? I'm either going to go for an Elemental Sword Wielder or a Magic User. They are willing to lose money to pass the MAUs? 100%. Because in the long run, they'll make more money. If they have more people recorded on their system, they can actually monetize those people. As of right now, monetizing them and using them as data is impossible. So having that data and being able to monetize that data and target those people is way more valuable to a company right now than it is to monetize in those countries. It may die down eventually. I mean, like right now, the AI is the craze, right? Essentially, yeah. But if you saw my latest video, not the latest one, but the one before, it looks like all their games are going to Epic Game Store as well now. It looks like all of their games are going to Epic Game Store as well. Yeah, it's a steady flow of income, unlike a one-off good-selling game that comes once every 10 years. Exactly. And this is why Game Pass is, companies like Microsoft really like Game Pass. Companies like a steady flow of income. They don't like spikes. They want to see that flat line going across and gradually increasing over time. But, it doesn't really change in terms of dips. It only goes up. And Game Pass gives them that guaranteed income. I think on a monthly basis, they make right now, well, as of the latest figures that we have, about 400 million a month on Game Pass. That's a lot of money, right? That's a lot of money that they're making off Game Pass alone. And don't forget, then there's the whole, hey, we're releasing Starfield 3 days early with all of this cool stuff and the expansion pack for $30. We're releasing, you can buy the Call of Duty Vault Edition 3 days early plus all of these freebies for $30. And so those people that are on Game Pass, they can play the game, they can wait 3 days and buy it, but a lot of people are going to pay that $30. So now, Microsoft is not only monetizing Game Pass and getting that steady flow, but when they release big titles that people really want to play, they're double dipping with that $30 and getting an even bigger rise. And so that 400 million that they're making could easily go to 450 million or 500 million depending on the game. And that's where it's at. That's why having steady income and stuff like Game Pass is really cool. It's a lot of money. The PS4 can run it. Sony's trying to push 60 million PS4 users to PS5. No, what? Yeah, exactly. But what they're turning around to their PlayStation community and saying is, you're not important to us. The Switch community, which has 120 million, is way more important than you, so we're just not going to give you the game. And I think that's way disrespectful. But what do you think of what this dude says? So why is a Lego game unable to hit 60 FPS on PS5? Do you remember how this dude was talking about how Hellblade was 30 FPS and it's on Unreal Engine 5 and it was lol, 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 and nothing but lol? And all of the PlayStation community was like lolling. And so for the Lego game, you've got the choice between a 30 FPS game that actually looks decent or a blurred mess that's going to be at 60 FPS. And he goes, have to agree with Nick here. You guys have not seen the pixel count. This game pushes the PS5 to its full potential, something no other game has done this generation. I'm just going to leave that there for a second. No other game has done this generation. Apparently, Lego Horizon is the best looking game this generation. Oh no. Oh, you know what, Paul? I respect that. I respect that. Another Mancunian. And from the red side. But my dude ETH has to go. I don't like ETH. He has to go. And as you should, understanding. As you should. Game Pass makes the equivalent of selling 8.5 million games priced at an average of $60 a month. Exactly. Exactly. That's the point, right? That's the point. That's why steady income is good. And that's why it's working. It's sustainable and it makes money. And now you're going to get games like Doom Day 1 coming next year. You've got Call of Duty coming this year. You've got Avowed coming this year. You've got Indiana Jones coming this year. Towerborn wasn't actually shown at the showcase, if you noticed, but that's supposed to be landing this year. All of these games should be actually pushing Game Pass sales even more. I'm really surprised that WoW wasn't announced for Xbox at the showcase. That's going to happen. So when you're looking at this, they're at like what, 35, 36 million now? I can see them, if momentum continues, hitting like 45 million by the end of the year. It is, my dude, it is. Have you guys heard of the news that apparently the 4090 outperforms the 5080 at the moment? I thought that was quite funny. I know, Devin, I know. I know. It does, Steve. It does. Oh, and Steve, by the way, it isn't that it's being cropped. I'm just going to change something real quick. It's not that it's being cropped. It's that this window over here, I'm not sure if you can see it, it doesn't resize. Because if I do this, you have the whole Gears of War E-Day, and it just displays everything. That's why it wasn't displaying properly. It's pretty special. What's your thoughts on this? Dude, you're gonna see soon enough they are going to port games over to Xbox. It's going to happen. I'm already hearing rumors of it happening. You know, it's going to happen. Of course, I'm really concerned about, you know, all my, what's this? No, I don't care about that. Don't care about that. That's fine. I mean, just listen to this, right? We'll come back to this in just a second. We'll come back to this in just a second. We will come back to that in just a second. This is what I was talking about. Let me just enable the audio. It is enabled. And let me just stop it for a sec.
But it's interesting. I was watching Michael Pactor's podcast, and he was talking about how it's all about Game Pass for Xbox. Yeah, I actually was hearing that that Microsoft's putting a little bit less focus on Game Pass. So who knows?
They're putting less focus on Game Pass, huh? So is this them putting less focus? If this is them putting less focus on Game Pass, I really want to know what it is, what it's going to look like when it is day one on Game Pass. Like when they actually, sorry, not day one, but put full focus on Game Pass.
We are Expedition 33.
I'm really looking forward to this game. He's full of shit. Simple answer.
And a church are just meals for Tom, they say.
I think it's I think they've been working on it for a long time. Right? I think they've been working on it for a long time, Jakob. And I think it's pretty much there. I mean, just look. This is them not focusing Game Pass, by the way. This is them, you know, they've got no focus on Game Pass. Steve, I think they're going to push Gear 6 for the next one, for the next console. Time will tell. Who do I want as a United manager? Haven't really thought about it. I really liked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as the United manager. I think he did a good job. They just didn't give him time. But the old Tottenham manager, Pochiento, I think his name was, I think he'd do it right. Steve, what if Gear 6 is there for the anniversary? Wouldn't you want a Gears in 2025 and then another Gears in 2026? I mean, that would be like a double dose of Gears. You'll literally be swimming in Gears. And you should, Doc. I heard it's alright. I just refused to buy it after the developers... I was going to actually buy that game. It really did intrigue me. But after the Callisto Protocol developers purposefully downgraded the Xbox version at the... You know, I'm guessing at the request of Sony, or to appeal to Sony more, I wasn't prepared to give them any of my money. Because they deliberately downgraded that game and then come out dumbfounded.
There are currently over 100 million people who play Call of Duty every month. We hope to grow that community by making Black Ops 6
Yo, Steve,
the first Call of
what's
Duty
happening with
game
DS6?
that will be available in Game Pass day one.
Microsoft's putting a little bit less focus on Game Pass. So
So, yeah, take my dude Chris Dring, who also turned around and said this for PlayStation: why the gradual death of the console exclusive makes business sense, when for Xbox it was like, oh my god, it's the end of the world. Guy is like a loose cannon. Oh, it's his PS5 blows. It is. Diablo, I'm not saying it wasn't a good-looking game, but they removed the reflections. They removed certain aesthetics. They removed the ray tracing for no reason. And then they turned around and said, oh, we've actually got a patch for that, like 3 days later. And they pushed it out. No, that's not how you do it. They purposefully made the Xbox version worse so they could actually have the review scores put down so the PlayStation 1 would be thing. Maybe because they wanted Sony to go and buy them. I don't know. But I'm happy that the game didn't do well on Xbox, because you don't do that sort of stuff. Do you remember Quantum Error? That crap game that they were console warring about, thinking it was the second coming of Christ as they tried to cross the ocean after Moses split it open? Yeah, how did that go for them? Where is that developer gone? Did Sony buy them? Was it worth them console warring so hard, saying that it was impossible for the Series S to do that? The game is a piece of shit. Yes, I'm aware you guys want me to play that piece of shit. I'm fully aware. I'm picking it up. But it was a piece of shit, so... You know, I'm not going to support a company that does that. That's just me personally. If you want to go down that route as a developer, as a publisher, I've just got no interest in supporting you. I'm trying to forget about Quantum. Oh, so does that mean that you guys don't want me to play it? Aventura for free, it's fine. For free, it's fine. You're not giving them any money. I don't care. So wait, chat, is this you guys saying that you don't want me to play Quantum Error? Because I don't have to buy it. Gear 6, 2028? I am not playing SBI Dating Sim. Devin, no! No, 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 no. Did my kid send it to me? Hold on. I wanted to show something. Let me see if he'll message me back. Hopefully he'll get back to me. But honestly, considering Fable is launching around October and December, if that is the actual timeline for Fable, I can't see Gears making it any earlier than that. So 2026 does seem like a more logical time for it. So a launch title for the next Xbox makes perfect sense. Look, at the end of the day, right, one of the big problems that Xbox had is the Xbox One launched really badly, like horrifically. Then they launched the Series X. They branded it with Halo, and it didn't come with Halo. In fact, it came with no exclusive for a whole year. No first party exclusive. The next Xbox that lands needs to land with a tumultuous amount of games. You know, we're not talking like one launch title. It needs to have like 2, 3, maybe 4 launch titles that are massive hitters. Obviously, Call of Duty is going to be one of them because it launches around the time, and I can definitely see Microsoft pushing that back from October to November, just to release it, because November is usually the month that they release their consoles. So I can see them pushing that back a month in 26 to release COD during that time. You know, can you imagine COD next generation? What are you going to play? What do you think people are going to play it on? The PS5? Or the new Xbox with like crazy graphics? Exactly. Having Gears on there, a Halo, it's gonna fly off the shelves. They just need to have the right games at launch. They just need to have a good launch. So I think they are planning for that quite well. Exactly. Gears, Halo, Forza. And then add one more title with COD. Perfect. And if Battlefield decides that it wants to actually release a good game, put a Battlefield on there as well. Done. Done. That is a phenomenal console launch. I mean, can you imagine? They're going to be like, yeah, you can buy all these games, or you can just buy your console and buy a subscription to Game Pass. And it's yours. And some people will buy the games, some people will buy the subscription. But the amount of people that are going to buy a Game Pass subscription with their console, and if Microsoft is smart, if they are smart, they will include with the console maybe a month or 3 month subscription that goes with it, that's bundled with the actual console to actually get you on there so you can see the benefits, and then you don't come off. During that first month, their subscription base is going to probably go up by about 10, 15, 20 million. Exactly what they want. You know? But you know what? The more I see of this one game that I'm going to show you now, the more I see of this, the more I'm bloody impressed. I'm really excited for this game. It's really weird because I wasn't excited for this game at all. But having played Kenna Bridge of Spirits, which I really, really enjoyed, this game just gives me that vibe so much. I'm really looking forward to this game. Like, this is up there in my, most looks forward to in 20. If this game is coming, I think this game is coming next year. I kind of really want this year. I'm really liking the way this game is. Like, the more I see it, the more I want it. It's really weird. Because and it just goes to show, right? If the teaser trailer can do so much harm to your game. When I saw the teaser for this, I just said, you know what? This looks trash. Not in a million years am I going to be interested in this. It looks bad. It looks rubbish. Not interested in stop motion. I'm done. And then they showed gameplay. And the more I see it, the more I just want it. Doing the right trailer is so important. I mean, just look at Destiny, right? That dude deserves a raise every year. Even if the game is as bad as Lightfall, he makes it look so good that you just can't help yourself and pick it up. Well, unique doesn't mean it's good, right? Unique doesn't always mean it's good. But it just didn't appeal to me. What I saw just didn't interest me at all. And then I saw the gameplay, and the more I see it, this game is really blowing me away. I'm really excited for this game. Path of Midnight looks good enough to play. Don't really care about. I just don't care about DEI people. I'm sorry, I just don't care for it. I really, really don't care for all of this stuff. It's a video game. Just play the damn game and enjoy it. If you don't, if seeing a bisexual person it's not like you're going to take that character out of the screen and start fucking them in your bedroom, are you? Realistically speaking, you're just not. I don't get why people are getting so thing about. Oh, this character looks like this or that character looks like that. I've never been interested in that argument. But yeah, Compulsion definitely impressed me with this one. Dude, you can call me what you want. I don't care. I really don't care. Woke or not woke. If I see a sexy girl, happy days. If I don't, who cares? I'm not. I'm not one of these guys on the freestyler blade shagging a pillow. I got a 3-month code of my roguelike. It's a smart thing to do. It's a smart thing to do. Yeah, same. Even if the VO is involved, it's a new IP. I don't care about it much of it. It's an issue when if it's a legacy IP, then yeah, then I think it's wrong. But not because of the whole DEI thing. More that they can't get creative and actually rely on their storytelling to make it worthwhile. If that makes sense. If you want to create a superhero that you want to paint in your own image, go for it. Knock yourself out. But don't touch legacy stuff. There's no reason for it. Look, how can I be woke when everything is about waifus? Ram, did you send me that picture? You sent me that picture? The one that I asked you to send me on Discord. Yeah. Your mom doesn't even know how to use Discord. Don't know. Invictus? Nah, you're cool. I don't know if it's getting a physical. Well, looking at Star Wars, it's a big red flag, UIP or not. Well, it depends. Star Wars is a legacy title. They shouldn't be touching that. Simple as. Right? Simple as. But since we're talking about Star Wars, what do you think of this? The modders have already gone nuts in Starfield. The modders have already gone nuts. That's so cool. They have this too. Yeah, but that's wrong, Diablo. You don't alter an already existing franchise. It's just stupid. You're asking for trouble with it. Or, J. Cola, you can just have Doom and just give you the choice of playing male or female. You know, maybe he finally found his, companion. Try refresh. I mean, you always have Nexus mods, right? A lot of these are available on Nexus mods. I know that doesn't help Xbox, but if you're playing on PC Game Pass, you can go to Nexus mods. But yes, they do need to calm down with the prices for the creation. Oh, they're coming, Steve. They're coming. I thought this was quite funny, though. Yes, Bethesda, that's how it's done. We wanted 18 seconds more animation for each planet visit.
So we best be on our way.
Can you imagine how annoying that's going to get eventually?
Precisely. The infamous hive of scum and villainy. We could head straight to our destination. So we best be on our way.
Ventura, I guarantee you. And you can clip this as well. I guarantee you. After a week, they're going to be asking Ubisoft, how can I skip the landing? I want to skip it. Give me the option to skip this cinematic. I guarantee you. Give it a week or two. And it's going to be the same. They're going to ask for it. If they don't give you the option, they are going to want it. The only one that does planet entry correctly is No Man's Sky. And it is seamless and 100% full controlled and no loading. This is just loading. Right? This is ridiculous. But a lot of people are capping for this. No. You're going to see how many people are going to be requesting that they want, after the initial trolling, you're going to see how people are going to be asking for Ubisoft to add the option to just skip or instantly land on the planet. Because that's going to get annoying real fast. Can you imagine if you leave the planet, it's a 20 seconds, and then you're like, oh shit, I need to go back down to the planet because I forgot something, and then you go back down for another 20 seconds, and then you got to get out, and that's another 20 seconds.
We could head straight to our destination.
Hey, John. Oh, John, it looks great. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be day one for me on Ubisoft Plus. Definitely playing this on Ubisoft Plus. I'm not paying $130 for this game. I am going to stream it. I'm going to download it on my console or PC, wherever Ubisoft Plus allows me to download the game and not actually stream it and play it.
Welcome to legendary Mos
Diablo, yeah. No Man's Sky did it best.
the infamous hive of scum and villainy. We could head straight to our destination.
Jakob, yeah, it basically hides the loading in the cloud, and depending on how long it takes to actually load, is the length you actually stay in there. It's basically the Destiny effect. You know, when you're running through corridors and stuff, if you run too fast, it's just going to freeze you in place. It's basically that. See here, you can. This is the loading.
Welcome to legendary Mos Eisley,
I think it's like
the infamous hive of scum and villainy.
$16 for a month.
We could head straight
I mean, that's all you need to pay. You should be able to complete the game in 1 month. Oh, John, I like Ubisoft games. Well, some Ubisoft games. But $130 for the complete experience, I thought was a bit much. Yes, more than Game Pass. Game Pass is $12.99, I think, in the UK.
The infamous hive of scum and villainy. We could head straight to our destination, so we best be on our way.
But yeah, I thought that was quite funny. I thought that was quite amusing. Man, Chris String is getting it as well. They're really going after him now. Oh, that's interesting. Hidetaka Miyazaki knows for a fact other From Software devs want a Bloodborne PC port. If I say I want one, I'll get in trouble, but it's nothing I'm opposed to. Obviously, as one of the creators of Bloodborne, my personal, pure, honest opinion is I'd love more players to be able to enjoy it, especially as a game that is now coming of age. One of those games of the past that gets lost on older hardware. I think any game like that, it'd be nice to have an opportunity for more players to be able to experience that and relive this relic of the past. So as far as I'm concerned, that's definitely not something I'd be opposed to. What do you guys think about Sony's insistence on not remaking or redoing Bloodborne? Or do you think it's just going to be a day one game for PC? Do you think it's going to be a day one game? They are noobs for not doing it. I mean, it's obviously going to be day and date on PC. Sony is, if they make it, they're not going to not put it on PC. But hey, it's a single player game, right? I don't like Soul games, so it really doesn't bother me not having it. But I know a lot of people do like Souls games. And it sucks for them. Wait. Neither does PlayStation. Diablo, they did actually, home with the people that were what is it? The people that were ripping the games back in the day. You could actually add a file into the ini file. You could edit it and run it at 60. It was possible, and the PS5 or sorry, PS5, the PlayStation platform could run it at 60 FPS. The problem was that running it at 60 broke the game entirely. Like it went off sync and it would just crash. It wasn't stable at 60. It just went all over the place. So the reason why it was on 30 was for technical reasons rather than capability reasons. They just couldn't get it because the homebrew patch proved that you could run it at 60 on the console. But it was very unstable. Dude, it's ponies that are begging for this more than anyone else. What are you on about? I'm not sure. Do you think South of Midnight is going to be a Souls game? No. Not at all. Not at all. If you've played Kenna Bridge of Spirits, I suspect it's going to be very akin to that. Oh, mate. No way. No way. No way. Oh, this is oh shit. Team Asobi studio director Nicholas Dorset says he doesn't think it would be a problem if PlayStation wasn't a part of a future Astro game. They're already looking to jump. They're already looking to jump ship. Did you see the article? Team Asobi thinks it wouldn't be a problem. Jacob, I literally just saw your post, your thing to me. haven't played Kenna, but South of Midnight kind of gave me a God of War 2018 vibe as far as gameplay. If you play Kenna Bridge of Spirits, let me bring up a Kenna Bridge of Spirits boss battle. Let's find one that's... Yeah, this one. Astro Bot is not owned by PlayStation, no. But Sony uses it. It looks like it's not. Mate, Astro Bot going third party. Let's go. It's all happening, man. No way. PlayStation following Microsoft multi-plat approach. Surprise, surprise. I mean, that's all Sony does, right? They just follow whatever Xbox does. Always the way. Always the way. This is Kenna Bridge of Spirits. So I think I should be okay with opening the volume a little bit. It looks similar, right? The wood pit, I know. I know. That curse is so bad. I think I actually made a video review for this game. I really liked it. But yeah, I really liked it. I can see the comparisons. I'll have to give this a try. I have always heard good things about it. No, it's a really good game. I highly recommend it. Where was I? Here we go. But man, bye bye Astro Bot from PlayStation. Bye. Always, my friend. Always. Always. How have you been, buddy? We need to catch up on Discord sometime. I hope you're feeling better though, and you're out of the rut you was in. Stuff of Midnight game is a stop motion animation, so it's art direction. I know, but the gameplay just doesn't look like the stop motion, at least to me. But yeah, that Tim Dog curse is real, man. The curse is real. The curse is real. But that's I don't know. I played Kenna and I never really had any problem. I played it on normal, like I always do, and you know, I never really struggled on any aspect of the game. So I'm not quite sure if you'd categorize it as a Souls-like game. But yeah, of course, you got a bunch of people saying as it should. It's just a platformer. Doesn't need to be on one platform. They can go to multiple platforms. It's perfectly fine. Why not embrace it even more instead of make cameos? Why not make an Astro Bot game where each? I'm hoping this is maybe hinting at a sequel. That's funny. That is funny. Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't call it a Souls-like game. I'd say more or less, yeah. With a bit of hack and slash and the little dudes I can't remember what they were called, but they were awesome. And if it comes out near Halloween, you'll get the Halloween hats as well. Lots of hats to collect. Lots and lots. But hey, at least Chris String got this one right. Yeah. But we were told Microsoft was putting less focus on Game Pass. A lot less focus on Game Pass. So from this list, I can say that I'm not overly interested in. Not really interested. I'll give this one a try to see what it's like. But I think that's about it. And if this is a building game where you have to build your camps and shit like that, not interested. But that's about it from this list here. Lots and lots of games. But this one is interesting. Oh, really, Brick? No way. No. I mean, if it's a Souls-like game, Steve, then it is a really, 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 really easy Souls-like game that even I could beat with all bosses almost first try, including the final boss. That's not what a Souls-like game is supposed to be like. It was just a creative image. It wasn't manufactured, it wasn't made. It's just what creatives do. I think the cylindrical one would have been a horrible design. I didn't like it. But Jason Schreier confirms Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster is real and it's happening at Square Enix. Bag, stop lying, and your nonsense is starting to become annoying now. I get you're trolling, but it's just starting to get annoying. But yeah, what do you think of this? For those of you that liked Final Fantasy Tactics. Now, don't know how true it is, but apparently he confirms it exists, and obviously this is going to be on every platform. With Square Enix's new direction of putting every game everywhere, this is going to be everywhere. Final Fantasy Tactics getting a remaster. This could be really interesting. Gears Tactics? No way. Hey, Powerboss. Did you know that Astro Bot wants away from PlayStation? Fourteen is amazing. You know what? I might play a bit of that on. Actually, I'm not going to be able to play it on Saturday. I was going to stream some on Saturday. Maybe I don't know. Saturday is probably a bad day because it's Eid and I've got family coming round. So Saturday is probably going to be a bad day for that. And Sunday is Father's Day, so kids want to do something. So probably a bad day for that too. Maybe Wednesday I'll play some Final Fantasy 14. But the thing Demolish is that Final Fantasy is different with every Final Fantasy, so it really changes based on the game. Hey, JH Cola, take it easy. Thanks so much for stopping by, dude. You mean for this? It looks like it. It looks like the relationship that they had may have gone sour, and they've decided that they're moving away. Have a good night, J. Cola. Hey, Doc Doc, how's it going, dude? How's it going, my dude? How have you been? Astro, I think is going to be $60 when it comes out, or £60. Doc, it's gonna go on. It's going on. It's gonna go PC. We already know that this version is gonna go PC, and I think Team Asobi have realized that there's more money to be made. I mean, this comes after the PlayStation third party with Horizon Lego. So it's clear that Team Asobi is like, wait a minute here. If they're making more money doing that, then we're going to do the same. Bye, Sony. See you next time. We are going everywhere. And so the next Astro Bot could actually be on every platform, including Stadia. I don't think it will be on the Ouya, but I think it has a good chance of even appearing on Stadia at this point. Oh, of course, Doc. Of course. I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. Need to get you on the show sometime. Reached out to you some time ago. Stadia? And come on! Everyone loves a bit of Stadia. But yeah, Doc, need to get you on the show sometime, man. Everyone loves a bit of Stadia. They're gonna make Lego Astro Bot game. The copium that they're going under right now is hilarious. But you know what? The one person who has stayed, that's been speaking facts is Puerto Rock of all people. My dude is real pissed at Sony. PlayStation is already third party, just not a good one. People haven't learned that everything begins at 1. And if you remember, Horizon Zero Dawn, which I think was built on Decima, was supposed to be like an experimental thing that they were exploring. And it was only one game, and then the whole slate went. Yeah, I'll definitely reach out to you on Twitter, dude. And we can definitely get it to work because, as the saying goes, there are levels to this sort of betrayal by Astro Bot to Sony. That third party pendulum is swinging both ways, man. Yeah, definitely, Doc. I will reach out to you on Twitter. Really? Just passing time till mynxy plays Escape from Backrooms tonight with Clussy. How you doing, Devastator? Welcome to the stream. Gaming, have a good night, dude. Mate, I'm telling you, ever since Tim actually jumped ship, Xbox's fortunes have risen way higher. I'm telling you guys that ever since he went over to PlayStation, their downfall has begun. The number of people that I'm seeing wanting Tim to go back to Xbox is crazy. Did you watch the Nintendo fanboy vid I sent you about the Xbox? Not yet. Not yet. I've had a really busy week. I've almost watched nothing this week. I've got like a whole list of stuff to get through, React videos that I need to go on. It's been absolutely mental this week. Like throughout like the last year, I've usually had about 2-3 hours at work where I could just have some downtime. I've been doing 10-hour shifts this week. It's been crazy. 10-hour shifts plus making videos and everything else, streaming. Wednesday I was actually supposed to stream over on Twitch, but I think I fell asleep at like 9 o'clock. I couldn't do it. I was out for the count. But I'm definitely going to get to them because some of them do need reacting to. And I know how you guys do like my React videos. Yeah, my dude's cursed, man. Anything he touches, he's destroying. And he's now on the warpath of destroying friendships as well. No way. No way. The what doesn't need a second Harmon Smith? Tim needs to keep his ass right where he's at. No turning back now. Mate, he can stay there. Keep that bad luck over there. Hey, Zrogdal, what's wrong with Stadia? Woodpit, yeah, that was disgusting what he did to Colt. That's and do you know what? You've got Peter Rovo defending him for what he did. That's proper shitbag. I'm sorry, but if you discuss something with someone in private, that shit stays private. You don't use it as ammo. Wait. John, you take that back. No, you take that back. What he needs to do is start supporting Manchester City. United's already got enough bad luck as it is. We don't need any more. We don't need any more bad luck. Send them to Arsenal or to, the Scousers or to Man City. We don't need that shit. We do not need that shit. Definitely worth a watch. I sent it to you on Discord, posted a second in your suggestions. Nice. I definitely will. When you sub to part-time stream... Hey! If I could do this full-time, I'd quit my job. And I'd be streaming every single day. But unfortunately, I need money to pay rent. And this doesn't cut it. But if I could, I'd be a full-time streamer. Just the night before, Colt was saying how much he loved the guy. Look, Colt Colt's been controversial in multiple things he's been doing. But the one thing he does is he's been messing about and trolling with Tim Dog, but he's respected him all the time. He's never really, been nasty to him. It's always been in good faith, banter as we call it. But Tim now is starting to take things personally, and that's a sign that he's now way off hinged. Not good. Even DJ said, "We don't need that shit." He's way too hinged. No one wants to be the new Sheffield Wednesday. But no one deserved what happened to Colt this week, and I think that was below the belt. And as far as I'm concerned, Tim was fine for me. I don't care what he plays. I don't care what anyone plays. And we're all gonna banter about. We're all gonna troll about. We're all gonna talk about. There's a limit to what people will take, and there's a limit to my tolerance. And as you saw, the dude in today's chat was starting to reach my limit because he wasn't doing it to be trolly or funny. Like how Last does it. Last usually comes into this chat room. He's pretty fair for most of his part. He does have his trolly side, but it never goes to that point where it's annoying. For me, anyway. But what Tim did, that was too much. That was too much. Revealing private information, private conversations, that shit stinks. Gregor, apparently years ago, Colt had a guitar YouTube channel that was basically going down the pan, and he didn't really know what to do. And he was talking to Tim, and he was confiding in him, confiding in a friend. And Tim decided that he would save those in a screenshot so one day he could actually use it against people that, against Colt if he ever turned and made fun of him. That's the type of person he is. He's a piece of shit. There's just There's no way you can defend what he did. There's no way you can. And then he turned around and started saying how, you know, you wasn't even an Xbox guy, and if you want to be this and that. And you know what Jeff Keighley did to Colt was just disrespectful. I assume almost everyone in the industry knows who Colt Eastwood is or has heard the name. Even if you don't know who he is, you'll have heard the name. And Jeff's reaction at a time when, you know, those 3 days are pretty much all PR. And if people are backstage and they say hi to you, I really enjoyed your show, a simple thank you would have sufficed. But just basically ignoring and basically telling him to piss off, that's not it. That's really bad on Jeff. But Jeff was pissed as well because, and he was taking his frustration out on people because Sony didn't have anything to show. So that was out the window. Nintendo gave him the middle finger. Hideo Kojima told him to piss off. And Xbox said, nah, I ain't paying $250,000 to $550,000 for an advert on your thing. I've got 30 games to show. You think I'm stupid to pay you all that money? Nah. And so they had their own showcase like they always do. If you really wanted to rage bait the title instead of PC, you should have said... Did I say PC? I must have been thinking something completely different. I must have been thinking something completely different when I was typing that. That wasn't supposed to be what I wrote. But nice catch. Nice catch. Nice catch. But yeah, Woodpit, he's lost the plot. And that shouldn't have happened. And the fact that it did is really, really nasty. Let me see if I've still got it. If I've still got the actual thing. I think I might have it. Let me see. Here we go. Colt, you used to call me weekly crying about Xbox. How many times I talked you off a cliff? Also, you weren't even OG Xbox. You came into the scene when your guitar videos shit the bed. Like, that's cold, man. And you needed something. Like, brother, you don't know loyalty. You want to be Mr. Xbox. He does want to be Mr. Xbox. Actually, he wants to be Mr. Flip-Flop for the most part, but I'll leave that anyway. You can have it. Also, remember asking me to get you into E3? You rode them coattails hard. You know, this guy's saying this, and yet 6 months ago he was crying that he broke bread with Phil Spencer, and that he got really upset that Phil Spencer didn't give him a heads up about boardroom decisions. That's how this all breakup started, by the way. The reason why Tim actually went off the rails is because Phil Spencer, CEO of Xbox, right, and Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft Corporation, did not give him a heads up about the 4 games going over to PlayStation. Yes. I'm not joking. That is what triggered all this. That the CEO of Xbox and Microsoft didn't give him a heads up. If you had some loyalty, you would remember. Also, F off, Jeff don't need to talk to your nerd ass and know who you are. Like, this. And he deleted this tweet, right? After he realized what was said. But this is a piece of shit. And there is no hiding from this. And now, he's actually embraced this. And he's now going through his catalog of direct messages. And if you say something to him, and he's had interactions with you, he will dig up the dirtiest part or the nastiest part from all those conversations. The time when you was at your lowest and you was confiding in him, and he will post it out to the general public. And if he can't do that, he will do what he did to me. He will lie out of his teeth to get a one-up over you. Because that's what he did to me. So, I think he's right at home where he is with the other community. But yeah. Woodpit, you're missing the bigger point here. Right? You're missing the bigger point here. Right? The point here is, who the fuck is he to be in boardroom decision meetings? Right? We're talking decisions that could affect the share price drastically if leaked. In what universe do you think that they're going to tell him anything? Or anyone outside of the inner sanctum? I did not. I've been really busy since last week Friday, and this week I've just been dead. I was working on the whole NZXT stuff that went live in the last 2 videos, and I've been doing 10-hour shifts at work, so I've absolutely been dead this week. Love to see it though. In Tim Dog's words, that's how things are supposed to be, but reality decided to kick Tim in the balls. It did. It did. And, to get upset about that you were not informed of a boardroom decision, that's just sad. And that's what ticked all this off, right? At the end of the day, most people, like a lot of people, have both platforms. You have a preference platform, but a lot of people have both. I've got all 3. 4 if you include PC. But my preferred platform is Xbox, as Tiska will tell you. Right? It's always been Xbox. But I like PlayStation games. I play PlayStation games. I'm a massive Final Fantasy fan. That was the only place they appear. I'm gonna play them. Right? I enjoy gaming. But this ain't it, man. This ain't it. This is low. This is below belt. This is below bar, man. This is bullshit. You don't do that, man. You just don't. You don't. I'm sorry, you just don't do that. And now he's using other tweets other DMs that he's got, and he's posting them and he's using them as ammo now. Like, that just says more about him than anyone. And anyone, including the PlayStation community, trying to defend him. And I've seen people trying to, back him up. That just tells you so much about that faction of the community, because not everyone is supporting him. There are people that are telling him to piss off from the PlayStation community. But those people that actually are, in my opinion, are just as bad, if not worse. But you just don't do that. You just don't do that. Dude, he thought he was on on the top food chain. Now, I get it, right? There's a certain degree of disappointment. You've waited all these years for Microsoft to fight back and whatnot. You know, the Xbox One era was probably the worst era for Xbox, the one where they really took a pounding. You went through all of that, and then, you know, but he's been watching the FTC case, right? He followed that like a hawk. So he knew, just purely from the FTC trial, that this was going to happen. That games were going to go. Because Microsoft's future isn't, at least based on what we're seeing, is in the cloud. They've already started to set the infrastructure up. It's been delayed because of the Ubisoft deal by the CMA, but that's the vision. When it comes to them being able to have the games all on the cloud, and we're already seeing this, right? They're introducing the system to Game Pass, where if you buy the game on Xbox, you can play it, even if it's not available on the cloud. The moment you buy it digitally, it enables itself on the cloud. I think that's already available for alpha testers at the moment. So this is something that's being tested and is going to be rolled out. So the vision here clearly is the cloud. And for them, for Microsoft, having, you know, being the one-stop shop in having the most publishers is the key point, is a key requirement. Because the more publishers that they have under one roof, it just makes that choice for consumers a no-brainer. Why go to X that has one real studio, one real, you know, platform, or you could go to Y where they have 20 studios for the same price. You're going to go there. That's going to be your main subscription. You might sub for a month here or the odd month there, but your main yearly subscription is going to be the one that gives you 20 studios. That's the vision. And after the 4 games went, Microsoft is run by shareholders. Things were always going to get muddy. As much as you'd like to, I'd say no violence. Even if he does deserve it at times. Sarabon did say the games you own, you will be able to play them in the cloud and the new handheld, no matter where you are or no matter where you go, your games will go with you. Exactly, Dion. That is the future. That is what they want. And they'll get there. But they'll get there a hell of a lot faster than anyone else. And you're telling me ponies aren't port begging, yeah? You're telling me the ponies are not port begging? Really? You're telling me that the ponies are not port begging? The mistake that Phil made was actually not announcing ABK games being multi-platform. That should never have been not the case. ABK is just too big of a publisher to not do that. I mean, that's the other thing, right? That's the other thing. You've got a personal relationship with Phil that you're saying you do, right? Apparently you have his phone number and you have his contact number, and apparently you call him every so often to see how he's doing and what's up, and just to have a chat, according to Tim, he was. And you're going to do that publicly to someone you call a friend? I don't know, man. That just seems fucked up to me. Honestly, 90% of gamers have multiple or all platforms and don't care where they are released. We just want good games. I genuinely feel like the toxic fanboys are just the loudest people on the internet. Invictus, there is a kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Correlation. If you have exclusive games that aren't available on other platforms, it's easier for you to sell your console. If you want to play Halo and it's only on Xbox, that is the only way you can play it, you've got a better chance of selling it. Let me give you a hypothetical example. Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming. If Grand Theft Auto 6 can only be played on the Xbox platform, not on PC or on PlayStation, do you not think that everyone is going to buy an Xbox console to play it? It's not available on the cloud because, they don't want it on the cloud. So it's not a Game Pass game. It is a full purchase price game. So the game will retail for $70, $100, whatever it is. Do you think that people will not buy the console to play that game? Mate, them things died like last week. Sure, some of those are going, but they were already slated or already on PlayStation already. Legacy titles, exactly. And even then, I don't think all legacy titles are going to go, right? I still don't think Starfield is going. I think Hellblade 2 will go. See, I think if the game comes out and makes bank, it's not going to go. If the game comes out and it's bringing in subscriptions to Game Pass, it's not going to go. If the game comes, like Hellblade, doesn't move the needle, doesn't really make any sales, it's going to go to other platforms. I think that is the criteria. I think that is the criteria that they are working on. Probably not. Sony pretty much funded that game towards the end because it wasn't able to be made. So I don't see that going anywhere outside of a PlayStation. Depends on price. Too expensive and they'll lose sales. Devastator, that's irrelevant. The bottom line is, if the game is only on Xbox, Xbox consoles will fly off the shelf. That's the point I'm making. During that month, no one's going to buy a PlayStation. Everyone's going to buy an Xbox because it's exclusive. So exclusive games are important to a certain degree because they do shift consoles. They just do. There's no two ways about it. It would if Arcane Austin was still alive. Ventura. If Arcane Austin was still here, I'm pretty sure it would be going, yes. Because it just didn't sell. I genuinely think that is... Look at Starfield. Starfield sold really well on Xbox, especially with that double dipping with the $30 for the deluxe edition. And then it sold wonders on PC. It made its money back. There's no talks about Starfield going to PlayStation. I'm not hearing any. You've got the Microsoft is considering porting Starfield, or there's rumors that Microsoft is porting Starfield, or there's talks about Microsoft, but there's no concrete information. It's all they might be, maybe, could be, possibly, might, perhaps they will, but there's no they are. There is no concrete information because it made its money and it brought in enough subscribers to Game Pass. It moved the needle. In my opinion, it did what it needed to do. if a game like, say, Age of Mythology doesn't move the needle, it'll go after a year, it will move over to another platform to try and get it. But if a game is attracting Game Pass subscribers, why would you put it on another platform to stop them coming to Game Pass? The key here, the key metric, is to get people onto Game Pass. You want as many people to jump onto Game Pass, because once they're on Game Pass, and if you're supplying a steady amount of content, they're going to stay, and that is guaranteed steady revenue. So if the game shifts enough Game Pass subscriptions, it's going to stay. If it doesn't, it's going to go. That's how I see it. So when you're looking at these games, Perfect Dark, I can see shifting Game Pass subscriptions. Fable will. Avowed possibly will. Indiana Jones, I think, will. Gears, definitely. Call of Duty is already multiplayer anyway, so it doesn't matter. But it's going to bring people over here. You're going to see a rise in Game Pass subscriptions because of this. South of Midnight, will that increase a lot of subscriptions? Probably not. So you can already see which games will have a really high chance of staying exclusive and which ones don't. Exactly, Wood. Vertigo, you won't see 7 on Xbox until the trilogy is out. The trilogy needs to be out, finished, and then and only then will the game come over, potentially. I say potentially because even then, it's not guaranteed, depending on the contract that Sony signed to Xbox. Well, Xbox is doing the same thing with Call of Duty Black Ops. You could pay that $70 and you can say I'm not platform, but if you got Game Pass, paying 15, so basically double dipping. I mean, double dipping. The double dipping with Xbox is you paying $15 to sign up to Game Pass and then paying the additional $30 and getting the Vault Edition for $30. So not only are they getting your subscription, but they're getting your thing as well. You know? Just to spite them. I can see Xbox getting like a complete collection of all of them. I can see them, once it's ready to come, if they don't have a full-time contract, indefinite exclusive, I can see them porting all 3 at once and landing them on Xbox. Yeah, which one is it? Let me see. Is it the 5 Lotham or... it's the 5 Lotham one. Yeah, we can check that out before I finish. And like I'm probably going to pick up the $30 Vault Edition. I'm not buying the game, but I'll get the early access and see what, play through the campaign. Day 1, well, day -3, I guess, and see what it's like. But in the end, it's like, What? Microsoft has a really good thing going for them right now. They're getting revenue from all directions. Their sales revenues for digital and physical games are going up year by year in double figures. They're happy. The strategy that they're doing is working. And the criteria, which they won't reveal for obvious reasons, in my opinion, is the one I listed. It's does it shift Game Pass? I mean, that just makes sense, right? I know. I mean, Final Fantasy VII, whatever the third one is called, won't be out until the PlayStation 6 anyway. So there is a long time for that to come. Long time. Now, wouldn't that be funny? Folks, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet subscribed. We are 96 subs away. Well, at least that's what I remember I was at. Let me double check. But we were 96 subs away from my 95 subs away from hitting my 7,000 number goal. And we'll do a giveaway for a game when we hit that number. So if you haven't yet subscribed, help me hit that 7,000 subs. And while you're at it, hit that like button. But yeah, tactics. This is going to be a day one for me. What will be interesting with tactics is if Microsoft plays like the ultra hand here and gets that on Game Pass, while everyone else has to pay full price. That would be actually really interesting. But then we have Kingdom Hearts, right? It's now available on Steam, like we were talking about, and it's already 31% off. That's crazy. I did. We actually covered that a little while ago, I think. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Pretty sure we covered that. Yeah, here. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts Collection was so. For a fact, From Software devs want a Bloodborne PC port. The devs want it. If I say I want one, I'll get in trouble. But he is not opposed to it. I think any game like that, it'd be nice to have an opportunity for more players to be able to experience that and relive this relic of the past. So, as far as I'm concerned, that's definitely not something I'd be opposed to. He still didn't send it to me. But yeah. And of course, this one for all you Ubi fans. For all you Ubi fans! I know there's some of you in here, there's gotta be. Beyond Good and Evil, 20th anniversary trophies appear online. Is a shadow drop coming? I've been trying to tell people that in order to play COD on PlayStation, you got to pay $70 for the game, then $80 for PS Plus Essentials. Is it $80 in the US? Interesting. That's $150 for one game, but Game Pass is $200 a year, and you get $400. Well, if you get it on console, you have like 600 games. It's okay, Chaos. Speak your feelings. You're among friends. I already did when I was destroying Timmy. YouTube is going hard on ads tonight. We can't stop it anymore. I don't know if it's in full effect, but we can't stop it anymore. Or if they're doing it, if it hasn't come in, it's going to come in soon. They're using the same thing that Twitch does, so you can't block the ads. It's going to be there indefinitely now. Excellent. What the hell is going on there? Oh, I had my hand on the key. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, he's been thinking about Eve from Stellar Blade. Phil Spencer realizes Xbox has to be unique and different and do things that Sony will never do. Make more money and make Game Pass better. More AAA titles, Unreal Engine 5.3 with the latest, greatest tech. I mean, at the end of the day, it is definitely something different. What's going to be interesting is if Steam eventually comes over to the new platform. I think that's going to dictate a lot of things. But time will tell with that one. We are definitely not recording you for blackmail material. Definitely not. Wait, what did I actually say? I don't remember. What did I say? Diablo for now, yes. But with the changes coming to YouTube, it's not going to be possible. Let me see if I can find the actual thing, tweet that I read this on. I did read it somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. Can I do it? And I've actually set the ads down to minimum with mine at the moment, so the next tier down is basically turning them off. I can't see it anywhere. I think here it is. Is this it? No. No. But apparently they're all breaking at the moment, one by one. Yeah, I can't find it. Sorry. Aha! I found it. YouTube is currently experimenting with server-side ad injection. This means that the ad is being added directly into the video stream. So previously how ads were working is you've got the video stream and then you've got another video channel, and the ads were being added onto those. Ad blockers won't work anymore, and you will have to eat the whole ads. And SponsorBlock, who is an ad block company, YouTube is currently experimenting with server-side ad injection. This means that the ad is being added directly into the video stream. This breaks SponsorBlock since now all timestamps are offset by the ad times. And there's really not much you can do to actually fix it. Did a little more digging, and turns out YouTube is at A to B testing, limiting logged out access to YouTube videos. All YouTube related projects are affected, including YouTube's own clients. People are not happy. Take it easy, Steve. All right. So there's this one video that Devastator wanted us to watch. Let's check it out. And this will hopefully be a good video and one that we can sign out from. All right. So let's share the tab. Let's see what this is about. The 2024 Xbox Showcase was typical trash. Videos on this YouTube channel are for educational and entertainment purposes. This YouTube channel contains humor, parody, and satire. The Slotham YouTube channel has a comment section. Comments do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Slotham. Slotham actively discourages violence of all types. I haven't, but I'm guessing it's pretty awful. And fake.
Alright, so the Xbox Showcase, Game Showcase 2024. Oh no!
Are you sure this isn't Harmon? Because it sounds like Harmon. You haven't duped me, have you?
Guys, oh no, another friggin' game showcase. You have all these friggin' Xbox shows on YouTube saying this is the best showcase ever, and then on the other side they're saying the PlayStation showcase was the worst. How does that happen? In my opinion, they're both garbage. Every showcase from any company, whoever it is gonna be garbage, alright? You pathetic sacks of crap. Have some integrity when you're freaking reviewing these things instead of just going after one thing. What's the first game we have here? Doom Dark Ages. Okay, this is Doom. Carmack and Romero, two legends in the FPS friggin' designing, video game designing. That's why Doom gets such respect, is because of those two people, Carmack and Romero. Show some goddamn respect. What's this game? Doom. Looks like any other Doom that friggin' recently released, right? You got your big graphics, you got your explosions, fast moving acting. Definitely this one they're saying, oh, it's a medieval Doom. The guy has a shield and all this crap. Yeah, big friggin' whoop. Same friggin' Doom you see all the time, running around, big explosions. I'll give him that. It's a lot of action-based game. There's no replayability for this, but at least you get your one run through, and it's gonna be fun. So you know what? This Doom Dark Ages. All right, I'll give him that. What's this next game? Expedition 33. What the hell is an Expedition 33? What the?
Is that how people get around being demonetized? By mirroring the content? I'll have to try that sometime.
What the hell is this? I don't want to play as some friggin' civilization cocks walking around with their stupid little friggin' suits and their dumb little friggin' bayonettas and all that crap and from the old ages. This is apparently a turn-based RPG, action RPG. Yeah, if you want to play that, go friggin' play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Go play the other billion friggin' action-based RPGs that are out there now, because they're all following the trend, right? No one actually wants to do a traditional turn-based anymore. It's all about action-based, turn-based. Yeah, okay, I don't care. All right, I'd rather play something with good friggin' background like Final.
Wait, wasn't this a turn-based RPG? Did I miss something? I swear this was a turn-based RPG.
Fantasy than something called Expedition 33. I don't want to go on a friggin' expedition. I don't care about 33 expeditions. Look at this. Yeah, turn-based, action-based RPG. I've seen this a billion times. I don't care. So why are all the Xbox shows saying this game is great, guys?
I don't get it. What is action about this. I'm clearly missing something here. It has to be, right, Diablo? I mean, I'm clearly missing something here. There's no action here. Is he saying that QuickTime events are action? Is he trying to say that a QuickTime event is an action game? Because if that's what he's trying to say, my dude is a bigger bellend than Harmon is, and I didn't think you could actually get that.
Oh my god, this game is shut up! Be friggin' truthful once and stop acting like a cuck so you can get your stupid little AdSense friggin' gone more, idiot. What do we have here? Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta. Why the hell are we playing a remake of a game that we've already played, for the love of God? It's Metal Gear Solid 3. We all played it. It's friggin' done in the jungle. It's friggin' Snake Eater. He's eating snakes for life. All this crap. We've played this before. I don't want a remake of this with extra friggin' physics and graphics and oh my god, the sound. I don't care. I want a new Metal Gear Solid with a new story, a new friggin' setting, a new...
So does he actually want Konami to make another Metal Gear after Revengeance? After that pathetic zombie horde Metal Gear? Is that what he's saying? Is that what he's saying? I think we just found Harmon's brother.
This and new weapons. I don't want to play old games. Why? Because the friggin' video game industry sucks and they're relying on old games to friggin' trigger this happy moment for all you gamers out there that played the original Metal Gear Solid 3, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, I can't wait to play this remake. Why? Why can't you wait? If you can't wait, go play the original. Go play the original Metal Gear Solid 3 right now and have fun. Go do a speedrun of it, of a hardest difficulty, and have fun and have whatever it is. The next game you have here, Perfect Dark. Okay, Perfect Dark. Look, we got a new Perfect Dark, guys. Oh no, all the friggin' Perfect Dark people that are friggin' creaming their pants from the past. Oh my god, a new Perfect Dark. I can't wait. This is the greatest showcase ever. Xbox, oh my god, shut up. It looks like friggin' Watch Dogs. It's like Watch Dogs walking around. You're doing your stupid little friggin' intel and covert ops and all this crap, walking around first player, pressing this button, and then you have your little cinematic fight scenes, right, where you just press a button and then everything happens for you, right? You press one.
This has to be Harmon. I'm sorry. This guy has to be Harmon. He's just using a different persona, changing his voice ever so slightly. This has to be Harmon. This has to be Harmon. There's no way I am going to be convinced that this isn't Harmon.
Button, you friggin' mount the character, you press another button, you hit him in the face and you take him out. Like, it's just stupid. It's friggin' done before, it's been done to death, it looks like Watch Dogs. I don't care. I don't care about this Perfect Dark. I don't care if it's a friggin' IP that's been brought back from the past. Stop shilling for these games. They're not gonna be good. Most of this crap you see is cinematics anyway. Show me some goddamn gameplay. I did see some gameplay. I'm waiting for it right now. We're looking at the screens. Oh my god, everything's dark and purple. Wow. Oh, look at this. Night vision. Wow. Never see thermal vision or whatever. I've never seen that before. And here's the fight scenes, guys. Look at this. Perfect Dark. Yeah, you press one button and everything's friggin' done for you. That's all it is. You basically move around, right, slowly, you press a button, everything's done. This is why games are easy. They're bore fest. Everything's just cinematics, everything's just visuals to get you hooked in. Yeah, do you know how much money movies spend on friggin' movie trailers to get you hooked in so you can walk in the theater and watch their garbage movie? Same thing with video games now at these game show fests. They spend so much money on the trailers to get you hooked in so you go into goddamn friggin' GameStop and buy the stupid game. That's always their plan. What's the next one we got here? Fable. Okay, the Fable RPG, that was good back in the day. It was alright. So apparently there's a female character and all these people are friggin' crying, oh, the female character doesn't look good. Who cares? Alright? At least it's realistic. Okay, this is how a female realistically would look like in the past. Alright, you see right there, that's how they would look like with a friggin' sword and they're friggin' going out there trying to friggin' battle monsters or whatever the hell it is. They're not gonna be with full-on makeup with friggin' prosthetics on their face. They're gonna look like this. I give them respect for actually friggin'...
Okay, this one is actually based. I'll give him this one. The rest has been bullshit up to this point, but this one I actually give him okay to.
Having the woman look like an actual woman back in the day. So yeah, show me some gameplay, but they're not gonna. You see no gameplay, all you see is cinematics, all you see is them walking around. No, show me fight scenes. Show me the friggin' battle HUD. Show me the life bar. Show me the mana bar. Show me stuff that is actually gonna be like, okay, when I play the game, here, he's walking right now. Okay, that's gameplay, but that's it. That's all they friggin' show. Running around and all this crap. What's this game we have here? Indiana Jones? Why the hell are we making Indiana Jones games?
Josh, this has to be Harmon. It sounds like him. It has to be Harmon. So what does he want in games then? To be happy with them and enjoy them? And why is he a gamer if he moans about everything in games? I think he does this just to get clicks and views. Harmon should shut up, his console can't even handle Hi-Fi Rush. That's why it's going to Nintendo. Yep. You're not wrong, Taz. You're not wrong. It's why I stopped watching Harmon in general. Because 99% of all videos Harmon releases is forced fake bullshit. There is the occasional video once in a blue moon that he actually does where his takes are genuine and actually just stupid, but the rest, that's why I've stopped watching Harmon in general. He is a loner who is consumed with anger. Hey, we got a new subscriber with a membership! Because it's Indiana Jones, it's a popular series. I know, right? He is a very unhappy person, just like Tin and Crappy. Oh, man. Those guys, they're special. They're special. But hey, as long as they're moaning... Do you know who actually annoys me more than Tim and Crap? And even Peter? There is one more that just literally just won't shut up. Like, you'd think that they actually did something to his family. There's one more person out there that moans and cries so much that at this point, someone should just give him a PS5, take his Xbox, and tell him to piss off. No, not Dreamcast guy. Warhammer Dave. Warhammer Dave. Warhammer Dave has... He should just sell his Xbox and buy a PlayStation. I think everyone would be happier if he did that.
In 2024. That movie was from back in the day, okay? I watched them. I can't remember them, but I know I watched them a long time ago. Why are we making games of Indiana Jones? What the hell is this? Who is this even catering to? Who is this marketed toward? You know what's marketed toward? It's for the old people. The old people that did play Indiana Jones, watched Indiana Jones back in the day, and they want to really relive some stupid experience because of friggin' Indiana Jones, the Dark Temple, or whatever the stupid movies are called.
Let's go!
I don't care. Replace Indiana Jones with any other friggin' character, and you would not care about this stupid game at all. Never you would care. Like, who? Look at this. Your basic first-person view. This looks like friggin' Perfect Dark right now, but instead you're using a whip and friggin' fists instead of infrared technology. It's just garbage games, guys. Nothing's good about this. Why are people on YouTube saying this is the best showcase ever? What's so good about this? It's trash. Indiana Jones, Great Circle. Oh my god, yeah.
I mean, this is just vitriol at this point. But yes, this game is definitely designed for people like me. I am the perfect demographic for this game. When I saw this, I just saw the title screen and I knew I wanted this. Even before I saw gameplay. Just seeing the title was enough for me.
Wow, very creative name you got there. What's this next game? Avowed, your pirate ship, you got your pirate ships going on, your dark friggin' stuff. Show me gameplay footage, prick. Here it is. There, you just saw it right there. Swing the battle. That's what it is, huh? Running around in your friggin' first person. Is it first person view or third person view? Which view is it? Because no matter what it is, it's been done to death. It's been done a million times. I've been seeing it before. Why should I buy Avowed? What's so special about this game? Why? Because it's on Xbox? Because the Xbox shills on...
See, at this point, right, and he made this point, he's making this point a number of times throughout the video. But this one over here just completely and utterly makes this video pointless. Like he says, wow, it's first person, it's third person. What is it doing different and why should I care? I mean, that already tells you that he's basically hating on everything for the views and for the clicks and trying to get a reaction from people. But that's the point, Devastator. At this point, it's he's saying, he's actually attacking the viewpoint and saying, how is that any different to any other game? So what he's saying here is, if you've played this in third person, you don't need to play Gears in third person, or Uncharted in third person, or Mario in third person, or Zelda in third person, because they're not doing anything different. They're just hacking and slashing or shooting or whatever. It's all been done before. And at that point, right there where he said that, you 100% know that he doesn't mean a single thing he's saying. He's pretty much doing a DCG. And it just makes this video boring now. Like, I actually thought there was some hate that he was going on with, where things weren't really, he was bored of the games having like a similar formula, but no, he's 100% fake with this, and that kind of destroyed the video for me.
On YouTube are friggin' creaming their pants, trying to force you into liking it so they can get your stupid little Xbox ambassador program going on. Yeah, is that what it's all for, huh? Why don't you be truthful? And this game friggin' sucks. It's just generic trash. Barely showed any gameplay. All friggin' stupid. What's this? We got Gears of War. Gears of War E-Day. For the love of God, this is Gears of War 6? I don't remember Gears of War 5. I don't remember Gears of War 4. I don't remember Gears of War 3. I do remember Gears of War 2, and I do remember Gears of War 1. That's how you know the game is friggin' just trash. Who cares? A rehash of all the old games that's been done before. Right? Gears of War, this and that. Look, all cinematics. You're not showing me any gameplay so I can properly gauge how the game is gonna look, so I can then think in my mind, will I enjoy this? Everyone can enjoy cinematics. Who doesn't want to sit there like a fat slob eating Cheetos, watching something without...
And that's how you know it's Harmon. That right there is how you know this is Harmon. He just literally described himself. That's Harmon.
Having to do any work. That's what a cinematic is. No, show me the gameplay where I'm going to actually be holding the controller and I'm going to be going around with my friggin' plasma gun or whatever, shooting beasts or the other side. Show me that side, but they're not gonna. It's a cinematic, and all of a sudden, this is enough for people to say, this is the greatest showcase ever. What's this last game we're going to show here? Assassin's Creed Shadows, the one with the friggin' all the conspiracy because they're using like a colored person as their main.
Maxim, yes. Like I said, the moment he started attacking first and third person, that's it. You know this is all fake and just pointless.
Character and all this isn't the history. Who cares? It's all a friggin' diversion to get you to friggin' not think about the game and its actual gameplay and replayability. Free drama clicks that they're getting, free friggin' marketing that they're getting, telling you, oh my god, it's a black protagonist and this and that. I don't care. Show me gameplay. Show me if I'm gonna like this. Because from what I remember, every other goddamn Assassin's Creed is like every other goddamn Assassin's Creed. The same garbage trash going around, third person view, walking here, walking on this roof, slinging across that roof, then going behind a character, beating him. Like, I don't care. This has been done to death so many times. These kind of games have been done millions and millions and millions of times, and this makes it no more special than the other one. It's the same trash that it always was. Cinematic crap. I don't care about the samurai cinematic. Look, there it is. But mash your buttons and then have some nice fight scenes. Mash a button here to that guy. Mash a button here to that guy. Oh my God, you finished. Now you gotta walk around, find an item, open a door, walk across this panel, do that, do this. It's all a bunch of trash. It always was. I don't care about the Xbox friggin' game showcase. Shut up.
Yeah, this was pointless. That was definitely Harmon. 100%. And, the fact that it's all kind of, target deliberate just makes it sad. It makes it sad. But hey, where is the last thing I want to bring up before I call it a day? There was one more thing. Oh, before the one more thing, did you guys see this? PlayStation Store top downloads for the month of May 2024. This is PlayStation 4. You got Minecraft in the US, Canada, and Minecraft in EU. You got Fallout 4, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Fallout 4. No PlayStation games. No first-party PlayStation games. On the PS5, Sea of Thieves, number 1. Call of Duty. I mean, Sea of Thieves above Helldivers is funny. That's just hilarious. They got, Stellar Blade is trickling in there, but in the EU, Fallout 4 is, Who's Your Daddy is above Stellar Blade. Oh, and that's actually a fun game. But as you can see, regardless of whether it's PS4 or PS5, Xbox games reign supreme. Xbox games reign supreme. But you know what? It might be devastating. I've never played it. That character from Assassin's Creed, the one in Japan, is it based on a real person in real life? How stupid can you be? And he's really popular in Japan, and he's in some anime. He's also in Sekiro as well. But no one cared that he was a samurai in Sekiro. They only care here. But this, to me, tonight, was probably the most hilarious thing I've read on the back of the games going to the Switch. Team Asobi studio director Nicholas Dorset says he doesn't think it would be a problem if PlayStation wasn't a part of a future Astro game. That's funny. That's funny. That tells me that Astro Bot is going to go third party. Harmon released a Doom Eternal isn't Doom. Oh, God, that guy is just a stupid waste of space. I'd probably check it, but it's getting late and I am getting tired. Maybe next stream. But, yeah, thank you very much for that $2 super chat. But yeah, what do you guys think of this? This seems crazy, right? Where's the context to this? Like Astro's Playroom, a free platforming game included as a pack for the PS5, upcoming sequel Astro Bot is a celebration of Sony gaming division, only on a grander scale. It's set for September. But in an interview with CVG at Summer Games Fest, creative director Dorset called Astro a flexible IP that's capable of standing on its own 2 feet. When we started this game, we had discussions about whether we should or shouldn't lean on PlayStation, he said. There were various opinions, with some questioning whether we should fly with our own wings and not be held back. But actually, we decided it was the case that we were already doing that, but then also adding this layer of PlayStation because we can, and why not? He added that was our mindset. If in the future we had an adventure that was all Astro and PlayStation wasn't part of it, I don't think that would be a problem. As long as the core elements and qualities of the game are great, then I think anything is possible. It's a very flexible IP, and that's one of the things that I love about it. We approached with a light heart and didn't write a backstory. We're not precious about details too much, other than the design of the character, which needs to be respected. The rest is really open, and thanks to that, we can feel quite relaxed about where it's going next. Do you know what? Microsoft, Phil Spencer needs to get in touch with the Nicholas Dorset and get the next Astro Bot on Xbox and Switch. That's what they need to do. That's what they need to do. What do you think? Can you imagine Astro Bot coming to Xbox and then having all of these mini Astro Bots in Mini Doom, Bot Chief, Bot Senua? That would be hilarious. And they haven't ruled it out. They're saying, that is a possibility, something that they can do. I know, right, Diablo? Why not, Matthew? Why not? What's the comment? I hope Asobi in general is given the leeway to branch out of Astro if this game does well and proves that they can sell a game for a premium and still resonate with people. Feels like Asobi really reflects that PS1 late PS3 era of Sony, just publishing something not because it'll set the world on fire like a Naughty Dog or Killzone game, but just because it looks cool and like something that would be fun to play. I'd love to see them do more weird stuff in other genres. I actually want this game to do really well. I do. Because currently it feels like there isn't a market for these games on the next generation consoles, and we're hearing this a lot with different publishers saying that these games don't sell. So if this game actually does well, then we could see a Banjo-Kazooie, we could see a Conker's Bad Fur Day, we could see a lot of these games actually being revived. So this is a really good testbed for it. Like, if I get to ride an Xbox controller, you are totally going to ride that Xbox controller. Okay, that sounded way worse when I said it than it did in my head. Sony will probably buy them to stop it happening. They can try. They don't have to sell. They don't have to sell. But I just thought that was funny. They're like, yeah, wait, you guys can't even see the goddamn thing I'm reading. Sorry. No one said anything. But yeah. Very flexible IP. So, who knows? But you know what I do know? That's the end of the show, folks. Thank you so much for all the likes, memberships, super chats, and subs. It always means the world to me. But most importantly, thank you for turning up. I may do another stream tomorrow, depending on if there's really any news to go around. So do keep an eye on it. If I'm going to do one, I'll put a placeholder notification up. But otherwise, if I'm not, then unless something happens over the weekend that's going to require my attention, we'll be back on Tuesday. But I'll try and be around tomorrow night, at least, for a few hours. But hopefully you enjoyed the show, and I hope to see you back again. I did not react to Reforge. Not in this stream. Oh, he's always going to complain. But we'll have something maybe for tomorrow. Caleb, if you've got any links, send it to me over at Twitter. My Twitter is here. You know what? Being able to spell your own Twitter name is probably a requirement. Yeah. That's my Twitter handle. You'll also find it in the description below. Feel free to send me some clips if you want, or come to my Discord and put it in the suggestions, reactions section, and we'll get to it. If we've got enough content for tomorrow, I'll definitely stream for a couple of hours or so. But that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one, folks. As always, stay safe and remain legend. Peace out and good night. PlayStation is third party and it's confirmed! Forever! And they're losing Astro Bot too! Bye!